All right, everybody. Dennis Williams, Guns and Leather, back again. Didn't lock us out. Jeff Wally,
Hi, Chief.
gunsmith extraordinaire. And tonight, we've got Kevin Mumphrey still in the booth. They hadn't fired him, anything. We hadn't got him in trouble yet. But we brought somebody with us tonight that might do it. Jeremy Taylor is with us. Jeremy is our buyer over in Hendersonville, and he also works in our shop on Saturdays and Sundays. And we're tickled to have you, Jeremy. We brought you tonight because I got nothing. And I'm hoping that if somebody
Thanks a
asks a
lot.
question,
Calls in and say, "Hey, Jeremy."
well, you'll be able to embellish a little bit.
Well, I hope
Right.
no girls call in and say, "Hey, Jeremy."
No. Don't do that anymore. Don't even go there. Let's see. Let's start out by, Jeff, you ain't doing anything, right? What are
Well,
you doing?
know what am I doing? I did some work on some AR-15s. I did a lot, and we're still doing a lot of muzzle threading. And I learned some real important stuff about muzzle threading on sporting rifles recently.
Oh, don't tell me you've been doing it all wrong all this time.
No, but I learned something new. Is that most of the companies that make a 30 caliber adapter for a quick change can.
Yeah.
They make one of those adapters that's threaded 1/2 by 28 for thin barrels because you got to have a shoulder
Sure,
for the thing to stop
absolutely.
against. Well, everybody makes one, and I just had to make sure I get the right stuff, and I did this week, and I was pretty impressed with myself.
Oh, well,
But anyway, then,
good for you.
Then that's a pat on my own back. Then today I went out went and shot sporting clays today, and had a good time with my friend Colin.
you know, you go over to the Nashville
Nashville Gun Club.
Gun Club, and you were telling me a while ago that thing was organized in 1800 and whatever it was, and I don't believe it,
1876.
but you said it
1870.
was.
That's what they said. It says it was founded in 1876. The
I
Nashville
can't imagine
Gun
them
Club.
meeting a gun club in 18 and 70 something.
Well, that might have been the heyday of all those strange
Was it
shoots
over there
and-
by the river? Did
shoots
you
and
do any?
rifles.
Did you?
I don't
do
know
any-
where it was.
Ah,
I don't
okay.
know. I just
Yeah.
saw a sign that
So
said.
you really don't know what you're talking
I believed what I saw.
Okay.
That's what's wrong.
about. All right. Well, listen. We're going to talk a little bit, and really, if you want to bail me out, call me and ask some questions that'll stump Jeff after the first break.
That's
But-
right. Stump the chump.
Just stump the chump. But I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the stuff that we got traded in just the last 2 days. That's not on the website yet. Jeremy hadn't had time to do that yet,
Mhm.
and it'll be on there. All those guns that are traded in over the weekends don't go on anything until the first part of the week anyway. And anyway, one of the nicest ones I say that I liked the best was an H&K 45. HK 45.
Yeah.
Now, it wasn't the USP, it was a HK 45. And this one is a dark earth gun, which is unusual. Evidently, it must be exclusive to one distributor or something. They're doing it because they don't show it as a SKU and ordered, I don't guess.
Do you have an idea about how old that gun is? I don't.
Oh,
know.
it's
I'm not
one of
familiar.
our customers that bought it, one of our very best customers, and he is a shooter.
Yep.
And he buys a lot of different stuff, and he traded that gun in this week. And I don't think it's very old.
No,
I
I
think
just
he
wondered.
told me it had about a 50-round count through it.
Wow.
And so it's going to be a light new gun. But that gun is interesting to me because it was a gun that H&K did about, I don't know, 2005, 6, somewhere around in there, for the Joint Combat Pistol Command. They were having a I don't know, contest, but they're wanting to get some guns in there to look about replacing the 9mm at that time.
Right.
And they were looking at 45, so H&K developed this gun for that, and shortly afterwards they scrubbed the program because they decided it would cost too much to replace all the military guns and all this stuff at that time, and I don't know what all, and it was under some other administration maybe, I don't know.
Right.
But anyway, interesting gun because it's got, it was the first gun that they started doing that had the ergonomics like we see now. It had a replaceable back strap on it to fit different hands. They lowered the magazine count from 12 on the USP down to 10. to make the grip a little smaller, a little more comfortable to shoot, a little lower in the hand so you can control it better.
Is this a full size pistol, like a
Yeah,
5-inch barrel?
This is the full size gun, and I think it's actually a 4.5-inch barrel.
4.5.
I think the compact is a 4-inch, and this is a 4.5. But this is a 10-round gun, and it's Cerakoted, I guess, dark earth, and very, very, very unique gun. I like it.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of them like that.
You don't, and actually, what I like about this gun too, after they scrubbed that deal, H&K decided they'd release it to the public and
Right.
and do it that way. But the Special Operations Command bought some of them anyway, and the two guns, and we've talked about this before. Special Operations Command, those guys generally carry their own guns.
Right.
They can
Pick what they
carry
want to,
anything
yeah.
they want. If they want to carry a 1911, that's what they're going to carry.
Right.
They furnish their own gun. SIG P226 is the standard gun, but they have a couple of other guns that they do, and this HK 45 is one of them.
I have a real quick question about that. Now we talk a lot about our Facebook used inventory.
Mhm.
Has this gun been put on that?
No, no, no.
used
No, no, no,
inventory
You
yet?
weren't paying attention.
I
It'll
wasn't
be
paying
first of the
attention.
week.
That's what I
First
said.
of the week. Oh, okay.
See, where were you at?
Well,
you?
I
If
was
it
over
makes
here.
it that far.
I was
Yeah.
probably in the bathroom.
No.
Anyway,
No, it's
I
just
said
come in. But it's the history on the gun is pretty neat. It was used in the Operation Neptune Spear. Neptune Spear.
That's a mouthful.
And lot-
And that's one of the claims to fame. If you do some background check on that Neptune Spear operation, that's the one where they killed Osama.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, and
And they used some of those guns
This
on there?
gun
yeah,
could have
well,
been there.
they
Could have been there?
Could have.
what they did was they listed of all of the weapons that were used in that operation because they have to
Right.
document everything.
Right.
And the pistols that were used were SIG P226s and the HK45.
HK-45, yeah.
So both of those guns were there.
Well,
And the primary gun, and I've it's really interesting to look at this thing because so much information. And I've falsely spread the rumor that I heard one time that an FN help me out. The
5.7 or
no, not the 5.7. The Scar
Scar. Yeah.
was used. The gun that killed Osama,
But it was not?
It
It was HK.
HK 416.
Yep.
is that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
416. Now,
He didn't like that a bit, did he?
no, actually, it was 2 in the forehead,
Yeah.
and then another guy shot him on the way down too.
with an HK pistol.
Yeah, something like that.
Wow.
They said.
Does
And
HK put an ad out on that? I mean, like,
yeah, and of course he was cowering behind one of his women. They said, and actually had 2 weapons in the room that they didn't notice until after they were taking pictures of
Yeah.
him when they noticed it. And I'll say what they were when I come back.
Folks, this is Guns and Leather Radio Hour. We invite your calls here at 615-737-9986. Tonight we have our special guest, Jeremy Taylor. If you have any questions about firearms or gunsmithing, you just give us a call.
Jeremy's not our special guest.